So I want to know, chat, right now. I want all of your answers. Lavia or Thuram, what is your preference? Who would you want in that midfield? Because I think a lot more people would lean towards Thuram just because of that bit more. I'd say he's way more established. And also the interesting thing about Thuram, and it's been mentioned by a few people in the chat, that France have just been knocked out of the Under-21s World Cup, I believe it is, or the Under-21 Euros, one or the other. I think it's the World Cup. And that's interesting because now that means we're not worrying about an injury to Thuram, or we can't necessarily speak to the player. The only thing that I'm interested by, are we actually getting another midfielder? Because it sounds like we are. And also, you know that we've been heavily linked with Thuram this summer. We've also been heavily linked with Lavia, and we've been meeting up with Lavia as of late. So, Maguire, that's a great answer. Thuram, Lavia. Oh, I'm seeing a mixture. And someone said both Thuram, Lavia. I think this is like 50-50, 60-40 either way. I think this is a very close call. I think Lavia's got the potential. I'm a fan of Lavia. I think he actually could be really good. I always understand the question of £40 million for a player who's 19. And bear in mind, we have already got Stefan Bajcetic as well. And the fact that we're even getting talked about, getting 2 more midfielders, it makes me think, who's going? Because we're about to have 12 midfielders, chat. Maybe they've been listening to JRTV thinking, you know what? I think James Redmond's and the JRTV community is onto something here. They're onto something because we need, the best seasons that we've had, it's involved heavy squad depth. This season, we're going into a period of heavy squad depth. Guys, please do smash a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and call me out on all my BS, mate. You know what I mean? Think people are overlooking a centre-back signing, says Harris. In my opinion, that's a big decider in how we do. Robertson wasn't great at centre-back. Virgil van Dijk wasn't great at times. Konate is a beast. And we need another beast. Guardiola, the dream. Guardiola is the dream, but that's all it is. It's a dream. He's going to be going to Manchester City if he's going anywhere in the Premier League. And yeah, for Liverpool, it's just, again, I always say, there's certain players we don't buy. I'm so happy with we said his name before. Chat. Right, yeah, this is how we say Szoboszlai's name, all right? I think it's Szoboszlai or Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai. Right, we're going to put the audio on so we all understand it from this day forth. I've done about 10 videos on the kid and I still don't know how to say his name. I only raised this.
How we say your name correctly. Dominic Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai, my guy. You know the time and you know the vibes. You get me, chat. Come on, blood. Jeez, blood. I'm so happy that we've signed him. It's one of those things. He's an individual game winner and he's an exciting player. You cannot say that he's not exciting, chat. If anyone wants to have a debate about Szoboszlai not being exciting, then you're ludicrous. He is genuine. He could be like a mixture of like David Silva, Coutinho and KDB. Am I going too far? Because I might be going too far. I think I'm on crack. Can I not be excited? When was the last time James went crazy? Can't you let me have this one? Honestly, would love to have. Here's our next. Give me Patrick Vieira. Vieira. Oh, maybe one day. Right now, he's got some physical attributes for sure that could align with Patrick Vieira. But you're talking about a very high level category of midfielder there, sir. That's for sure. Thuram, but you know what though? I don't care if it's Thuram or Lavia now because we've got 2 crucial players there, and I believe Klopp could get a tune. You know what? I'm just willing. It depends because obviously, if Klopp wants one player more than the other, I'm just going to have to trust his judgment because I'm happy with McAllister. I'm happy with Szoboszlai. And I want to see that DM come in. And then whoever mentioned the centre-back, Harris, sorry, I never even extended on what you were saying. You're right. We also need to get that centre-back. We need to get that centre-back to accommodate, what is quite an injury-prone defence in Gomez, Matip and all these players. I wouldn't mind seeing Gomez being moved to a backup right back, to be honest with you. I don't mean starting a backup because he always does fine at right back. He does bad at centre back. That's what it's like. If Joe Gomez has a bad performance, we are playing shit. Is that a W or no? If Joe Gomez plays bad, we're probably going to concede 3 or 4 goals. That's the way it works with a Joe Gomez bad performance. Gomez is a bench at best right now. Matip is aging, a decent versatile centre-back. So if we need to change it up and go back to a 4, then we can, says Ellis. That is right, sir. That is very right indeed. I'm glad that we're all still, even in the midst of what is a very exciting couple of days, big signings, huge players, great names, everyone's saying W's as well. Even in the midst of all this, we're still maintaining the agency. We're not forgetting about the task at hand, and I'm proud to see it, chat. It's encouraging. It genuinely is encouraging. I love nothing more when we're all on the same page and we're thinking, no, we still need more. You know what I mean? We still need to get a CDM and a centre back, bare minimum. And then if you want to be picky, maybe even a right winger and a right back. You know what I mean? Chat one of those things. But no, I'm happy with the team. Just the idea of Trent, Salah, and Soboslai just all linking up together with McAllister. And then Diaz. Oh, chat, don't even take the piss. We're getting good at footy, aren't we, chat? We're building a super team, let's be honest. I haven't been this happy in time, you know, chat. I'm hungover as well right now, and I am buzzing. It's good vibes. We've just signed like a huge name. Happy days, happy days. Dom scores a screamer against Kepa in his debut. I'd bet on it. Listen, I'm not a betting man, but if I was a betting man, why not? Why not? Sign me up. 4-3-4-3. Box formation next season. Oh, by the way, chat. Oh, no, it's doing the blurry thing. It should maintain focus in a second. But chat, I actually want to ask, did you see the new offside rule? Did you see the new offside rule where basically the player, shout out to Ryan Turner, where the player will have to be, like their whole body would have to be over the line for it to be classed as offside. They're testing it from next season. And essentially the way it's going to work is, right, while you're answering that, actually, let me just apologize, chat, just because it maintains focus when you go out and in, it's weird. But yeah, I really want to know what you think about the rule, because when you're talking about a system change like what you're saying here, Janav, Janav, I don't know, is it Janav or Janav? I don't know if it's like one of those, you know what I mean? But sick name, lad. But a systematic change would be required if that offsides rule comes in. Because think about our high line. Think about how often we're trying to catch people offside. And bear in mind, right now, I believe it's like if certain limbs are offside, then you're offside. Whereas now they're trying to make the rule where your whole body would have to be in front of the last man. And then that would be classed as offside. And that's a huge advantage to the attacker. Like, no doubt. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised to see more goals scored. And it's not from next season. I think it's tested in Italy, Netherlands, and another country. But then the season after, they're probably going to add that technology to thingy as well. James became so much more of a red. Wait there, what? James became so much more of a red. Became red. What do you mean became so much more of a red? I've never became less of a red. I always love to talk about the solutions, the problems, and all these things in between with the team. Where's Hussam? Because he's late at the moment, chat, and he's letting us down. Let me just double check on Hussam. 10-10, right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I love the way Hussam asks, like, oh, am I going to be here at 10 past 10? Like, as if we didn't agree to 10 past 10 on a text message. Like, if you can't remember, go and read the text message. My man just wanted to be late. Jeez, Hussam. I hate the way it does that. Sorry, chat. One sec. Margip. How much do you think we have left to spend in the winter? To be honest, I don't care as long as we get a centre-back and a CDM. Really, though, if we've been, withholding funds like what we have been in recent time and we let go all these players for free, which is going to free up the wage bill, which I think was the number one concern, was making sure the wage bill didn't go too much higher, because you can lose a lot of money on that. If the wage bill is too significant, then that's not really what creates a sustainable football club when you're in the margins of how we work. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think going forward, it's about just reinforcing that agency, CDM, centre-back, don't be getting comfortable.